Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm MaryAnne and you're watching MaryAnne's Mystic Mentions. Welcome to your Sun Sign Love Connection readings for today. For those that are new, I welcome you. And for those coming back, I also welcome you and appreciate you greatly. Today we are reading for the featured sign of Scorpio. Beautiful, watery, perceptive, powerful, persistent, passionate. Did I say passionate? Very passionate. Scorpio. So what's really cool, Scorpio, is that the moon has gone into Pisces. So that's your fellow water sign. And, you know, yes, you have a lot of similarities and you understand the whole idea of being able to feel and perceive and touch without saying a word. That is an absolute gift for every water sign. You base your life and your circumstances and certainly your relationships on your feelings, you know, and that's very, very, very strong for you. It is a interesting kind of thing where, you know, the Pisces is the 12th sign in the zodiac. They are the love, the understanding and the regeneration and the two fish swimming and the let's go with the flow. And I've been here before and I have incredible knowledge and understanding and wisdom from many lives. And you at the same time have the depth and the intensity, the watery flow, the understanding of the currents of life, the phases, the life, the death, the shadowy sides. You are ruled by Pluto. Pluto is all about transformation. It's the deepest kind of transformation. It's the ones we do with ourselves that it's not always easy, you know, but we know it has to be done. This is a common understanding for you. You've just dealt with this your whole life and you do dig deep and you recognize the shadow sides as well as the beautiful aspects of yourself and others, and you're accepting of that. And you continually do transform, and we all do, but with you it's absolutely more intentional and more thoughtful, and it's deep. I mean, you know, and actually, you know, Pluto is going into retrograde at the end of the month. I'm sorry, I don't have the exact date. And he will be in retrograde, or she will be in retrograde through October. So it's a yearly event, and it is an outside planet. So it has absolute energy and power that affects us, but not as intensely as the more personal planets, you know, closer to us. Nevertheless, when any planet is in retrograde, you really go within. It's more of an internalizing, more of a self-reflective kind of energy of what it is that I really truly need to do, because either this isn't working or it's working, but I'd like to add to what's working. I'd like to blow it up, as they say, or level up. And that's so prevalent right now because we're in Aries season. And Aries is exactly about that. The fiery, passionate, persistent, impulsive warrior, you know, Mars ruled, which by the way, you used to be historically known as Mars ruled planet sign, Scorpio, and now it's Pluto. Both very, very intense though, nonetheless. There's a lot of variances in intensity with Scorpios. I will say that I've known so many, and I have 3 major planets myself in Scorpio. So I do have an honest, empathetic and sympathetic and understanding of, you know, the sensitivity that you have and the depth of which you see life and circumstances and your love. I mean, you're possessive. You can be very possessive because this is the real thing to you. And yes, you enjoy intimacy and you are known as the sexual sign and that's true, but it's not, and I say it over and over, it's not, and yes, there's a point in your life, I'm sure, I don't know all of you, it's a general reading. There can be promiscuity involved, but on the whole, speaking for myself and people I've known and people with Scorpio Venus, which is love and how we relate to love and how we speak our love language, it's really about just like I've known so many loyal Scorpios. When they find that love, that's it. They want to know them inside and out, soul, heart, mind, body. And it does have to do with the physicality. I mean, that's all a big part of it. It's the holistic picture, right? But I wouldn't say that Scorpios are necessarily promiscuous. I'm just thinking that quite the opposite. They're a little more, not, what's the word? I want to say picky. I can use picky. Why not? You know, it's a simple word, but it's They're a little more discerning, and they do care about the outcomes. So I find for a lot of water signs in general, they need to sit and really feel out situations. They're not necessarily going to be that Aryan energy that we're all feeling right now, which is impulsive and want to have it happen and then see what happens. No, that's not going on with Scorpio. They want to really delve into it and, really experience the whole enchilada as to what this really means and where would it go. And if in fact, and gosh, we all know we've been wounded or hurt in some way as far as love is concerned, it's even more oh, that word was right there. Anyway, they're a little more reluctant to just delve into relationships just for the sake of a relationship. It's just that important to them. And it's one of those things where I've seen so many relationships with Scorpios, they're very long lasting for that reason. They're not superficial, what you see is what you get. And a lot of times, and I can tell at this point from studying astrology and compatibility and the signs for like over 40 years, I can sense what sign people are a lot of times, or what predominance they have, whether it's water, earth, fire and air. And it's how you relate to that and how you are accepting and are you in fact accepting. So this is a constant understanding for, I think, a lot of Scorpios, just delving in and really recognizing how can I best, grow and learn and be, interactive with others. And they also are incredibly, psychic, and they have these gifts of being able to know things ahead of time. And like I said, they have this powerful connection with, the planets and the cycles that happen because of the water. It's a very receptive energy. It's beautiful. So yeah, you're feeling that with the Piscean moon, which the Pisces is all about that as well. It's also very vulnerable energy, not something you're really keen on, but we all can be vulnerable, and it's actually important that we are. I think we can grow very much from that. Let us see what your specific highlighted connection that Spirit wants me to pick for you today, though, is, Scorpio, because I'm going to read 3 specific main categories for this particular highlight connection for you. And I do want to make more emphasis on the fact that it could be a person that you're very familiar with right now, or you're in a deep relationship with, or good friendship with, or partnership at work. The list goes on as to what the love connection is. But I also feel like it could be the energy of this particular highlighted connection that comes up for a lot of people, because they say, I get comments or something, they say, yeah, I haven't really known that person. But stay tuned, because if this highlight connection isn't resonating per se, I go on to the rune, which is for every single Scorpio. It does kind of put a exclamation point, I should say, at the end of the highlighted connection reading, because it then, just kind of makes it compact and more, concrete, I guess. I don't know why the C's keep coming through for Spirit, but hopefully that'll have some meaning as well. But either way, then I go on to the oracle messages at the end, and the rune that I'm now adding, like I said, and that's for every Scorpio and every single one of your connections. So let's see what it is for you today, though. Been very beautiful readings. Like I said, it is Aries season. It will be for another couple of weeks. We're very much into it. It's power, it's beginnings, the initiation of new things, cardinal aspects of Aries, motivation and spirited energy, which is the Mars, let's do it. Not going to stop and think about it. Kind of a known thing for Aries. But beautiful, exciting, motivating, inspirational, innovative, wonderful things. And then, of course, Aquarius. We just keep coming up with Aquarius. I was about to say, we have, Jupiter in Aquarius right now and Saturn in Aquarius throughout the year. And so, that happens in every sign every 12 years. Well, it's Aquarian time now. So it's mind, it's thought, it's incorporating new ways of looking at things, new ways to express yourself. Absolutely, predominance there. And then also just opening the door to, maybe because you're a fixed sign, Scorpio as well, as is Aquarius, just opening the mind and the ideas to new perceptions, new ways of seeing things, inventing things yourself. You're an incredibly intelligent, sign, and always have been, and you can really sit with or come up with some ideas that literally come from dreams, and so many beautiful, inventive, amazing things that help the world come from dreams, whether awake dreams or sleep dreams. And so I feel there's such a beautiful energy for everybody to have that awakening, if you will, and that opportunity now. And yeah, everything has a window, and it's still very, very clear and very, very positive and uplifting energy for that. So I'm hoping that's the case. But I'm not going to pick the Aquarius because I just read for them yesterday as that highlighted. So we're going to try to be a little more fair. What else do we have for you that's coming up that Spirit wants to? Obviously, I was meant to say that at least. The other one is going to be Virgo. And I love it because I absolutely, honestly, I can't count. There's been so many. But the combination I've seen for long-term relationships, whether it be romantic or, work-related, is with Scorpio and Virgo. It's such a beautiful combination of elements being water and earth. They absolutely just help to honestly complement each other and build upon each other. You add the water to the earth and you've got mud to, manipulate it and help it to expand itself. And, earth signs can be kind of stuck as well. I mean, earth can be hard, it can be soft, it can be pliable. We can plant our seeds in it and the growth, and right now is spring to do that very thing, metaphorically or physically. Tomatoes, in fact, I need to go get my tomatoes. Between the interplay of your depth and your sensitivity and your mysterious, alluring energy, with great intellect, you are extremely attracted to, as is Virgo to you. And Virgo is an earth sign. Virgo is very, very, Virgo is a mutable sign. So as opposed to the fixed sign of Taurus, which we'll get to in a moment, there's going to be a lot of Taurus energy as we go into Taurus season, starting the 19th, which will also go very well with you, by the way. That's going to be very, very prominent. So anything you're starting now, or by the new moon on this Sunday in Aries, that you make absolute intentions for, and, set up the whole, whatever you have to do in your mind, your body, your soul, writing it down, your rituals, your meditations towards it. It's powerful and it can open up doors like crazy right now. So this is a beautiful time. I digress. So Virgo is incredibly, they're incredibly grounded. They're very intelligent. They're ruled by Mercury. They're very much about expansion and growth and movement and, expression, which is beautiful for the time of Aquarius, because they want to teach, they want to learn, they want to continually improve themselves. Very, very, harmonious energy to your thoughts and how you work, Scorpio, because when you go for something and you want to achieve something, you do. And you do it to the fullest extent, and you are very good at what you do. And you're very varied in what you can do. So it's not like you're limited. Nobody really is. But sometimes certain signs tend to be in certain careers and they kind of stay with that, especially earth signs, because it works and they're good at it and they're patient and they're dedicated and steadfast. And with Virgo, they're incredibly, I would say detail-oriented, which I think you really, really like. There's a good part of you that's like that as well. They love managing money and understanding the importance of money, the value of money. You love that as well. You both can build upon, the understanding of just investing it in the right ways and things that'll make your life comfortable for the rest of your life, not just, for a short time, especially after what occurred in our lives last year, where that really took us all by storm and didn't really necessarily know, that would happen. And now we have that insight, which is beautiful. It's always been with you, though. And the two of you can really, really amass great deals of wealth. I'm just saying, I've seen it. I know it's true. Even if it's on a smaller scale, as a couple, as a married couple, as somebody who wants to invest in their home and then put all this love and energy and, time and, passion into it. It happens. And it's just because there's that patience and that understanding that with time, good things happen and grow, and, you know, come what may, you know, you're ready, you're ready. And well, I mentioned mutable aspect of Virgo is very wonderful for adaptation. And they are very much cater to people. Virgos are the virgin. They are the heart, honestly, just genuine, authentic. What can I do? How can I improve the situation? What can I do to help you? I know very much about organization and planning and all that, and they usually are way ahead of the game when it comes to that. That's super attractive to you too. And then there's this really kind of subtle and reserved kind of passion that happens with earth sign, but oh, trust me, it's there and you know about it. And that's pretty beautiful. So it's great. It's a wonderful dynamic. And the thing is, as I was going to say, we have certainly Taurus season coming, so there'll be a lot more of that grounded energy that's going to be predominantly about money, because Taurus is all about money and luxury, ruled by Venus. Venus has a lot to do with beauty and relationships and love, but it's very much about money and how we create it and how we manifest it. You're an incredible manifester, Scorpio. We all are, but I must say that you have you're right up at the top of the ladder when it comes to that. And I think that you do it in small and big ways, and have seen that numerous times. I've seen that with many Scorpios. And so let's see what your messages have to say now, because they're under three major categories. And if you followed me before, it's pretty much the system I've been doing so far. And I love this beautiful deck. It is the Queen's Tarot deck, and it's bold and straight to the point, not really any gray in there, right? You know what that's like, being fixed and set in your ideals and so forth. And I mean, I say that and it's true, but I still feel like a lot of fixed signs that I know, when they have love and they have compassion, they work through. There's a give and take, you know, it's a process. And anybody that's, you know, willing to work at the relationships or partnership, whatever they are in the love category, it takes time, and it takes, you know, being flexible. Absolutely. So the first category is always the category of finance. I'm sorry, that's the last. Always the category of overall energy that is bringing you to this reading today, the catalyst. And then I always invite you to come back mid-month readings to see if its storyline is still proceeding in that direction, or if it's gotten even better, okay? And if it has similarities. Now the highlighted connection would be different, but like I said, the highlighted connection, even the Virgo, can mean this very, very earthy energy you're feeling. And I must not forget to say, you have a full moon in your sign at the end of the month, Scorpio. I want to say the 28th. Don't quote me. But what I will say is you only get one a year, and that's what's happening. And oh my gosh, it's powerful. It is intense in a lot of ways, but it's so, so passionate, and it's so focused. And one thing I have to say that I'm going to then continue on with the reading is that, honestly, you delve into things. It's a truth-seeking kind of full moon, you know? I mean, with the aspects that I have in Scorpio, I don't really take anything at surface value. I mean, I just like to get down to the real truth. When anything seems obscure and I'm not getting the full answer, that doesn't work. I need to know, and I absolutely will investigate and find out. For my sake, for the sake of others involved, you know, and it just feels better. And I don't let up until I find out that stuff. So that's good. That's going to be revealed with the full moon too. And I think it's a great thing. I mean, I personally love knowing the truth, and there's been a lot of that I haven't seen lately. Is that proper to say? Is that the way to enunciate that? Because what I'm really trying to say is there was a lot of deception in the last year, I've noticed. I was trying to figure out what was truth. But you figure it out, you find out, because you got to sit with yourself, and that's what real truth is. What is your truth? You know, it doesn't have to be the same as everybody's. It's okay to be different. I never want to say otherwise, but yeah, that full moon is going to be really beautiful. And I think it's going to be recognizing just where you stand in relationships too. Because, you know, that full moon in Libra, which is still affecting us, is about the balance and about compromise and about justice and love and relationships. And I think love is the key thing, I must say. And I love doing my readings of love connections for that reason alone. It's always been one of the most powerful energies ever. It's really coming to the forefront. So your first, card overall energy, as I mentioned, is the Three of Wands. Whew. Well, first of all, I absolutely love this deck. It is so beautiful. It's black and white, like I said, but it has such intricate, beautiful illustrations. And I hope it's not blurry, but it is a person whose back is facing you. And it's because what's happened in the past is in the past at this point. Not looking back, looking only ahead. 3 represents, cooperation, working, building, growing, detail, outside help. You've got a wand with a star, which represents Aquarius, interestingly enough, with the ideas and the vision and the dream that you will not let go of. That's in the right hand. You've got 2 with the moon. And that represents your relationship, I think. I think it's a partnership that's happening you're feeling really good about. The snake is kind of interesting because there's 2 of them. They represent a lot of different messages. But for the most part, I find them to be intelligent. And, I think about the yoga aspect and the kundalini, which is basically a snake that's, going up, and without getting too intricate or involved, it's an essential part of the cleansing and the deep part of us, which is equates very well with you, Scorpio. Hope I made sense in explaining that. But yeah, it's looking, the ship's coming in basically in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, no time like the present, with this energy of the new moon, like I keep saying out loud and expressing so very strongly. Beautiful, beautiful possibilities and ideas and new beginnings. I don't know that it's something that it's something you haven't thought of. I think it's had a lot of thought. And those wands are about the motivation and the power and the passion to go and make it happen now. Past the thinking and even feeling into the physical, right? Manifesting it to tangible results. I love 3s. I like them a lot. And the second category, to kind of continue with the storyline, is the possible blessings or obstacles. Oh, well, you have the sun. So I don't see that as an obstacle in any way whatsoever, unless you get sunburn, because you may be going on a vacation. I'm not just saying that, probably near the water. And I mean, it's that time of year and it's beautiful in most places, and they're opening up more places to do so. And you can be safe, and you can be with your love, and you love that. And, I know that a lot of water signs gravitate towards like the beach and places with water just naturally. The sun is one of the most beautiful, positive, optimistic cards in the deck. And it's initiating and knowing this growth and this idea and this motivation is just going to reach its peak in ways that you probably have no even idea about. And I always say, ask the universe to show me something even more than I could imagine. Because really, I mean, I love to think I have a good imagination, and I know you do. But, there's just things that we don't always think about. And I just say, bring the most and, even higher good. Because the universe knows that, and you're in tune with that. And what you ask for is what you'll get many, many times, inadvertently or otherwise. So what a beautiful, beautiful card. There's great creativity with this. There's just physical well-being. You're feeling like you're actually coming alive again. I think a lot of us are feeling that way. And it can be small steps incrementally, like I said. And it's definitely feeling, physically better than you have. And I'm sure emotionally, because a lot of that is entwined with, the Scorpio energy. It's an emotional, psyche kind of sign as well. But emotions definitely affect our, physical. What gorgeous, gorgeous card. So the last one is the financial, like I said earlier. And it's about money, yes. It is about your sustenance and your opportunities, maybe investments coming through, your health, certainly, and the relationship and where it stands in a healthy, holistic way as well. And you have the Ace of Pentacles. Whoa, wow. Well, that's the grounding energy. That's the Virgo. that you're, if not feeling, you will be, certainly by that month's end with the Taurus energy coming through. It's, look at the diamond in the hand, right? The opportunity to make money in new ways. Or if you're doing the same thing, you're going to bring something different into it. It's going to be shown in a different way. It's just a new reinvention, a new transformation. You're so keen and so familiar with doing, reinventing yourself and the circumstances. It could be an engagement ring. It also shows me that when it's a beginning, it could be just you in the limelight when there's that shiny, glittery kind of thing. It's like more attention than you may have asked for, but you're going to get anyway. And take it in. I mean, the sun is shining on you. Of course it's about attention. You know, and when the sun shines on you, this is your moment or your 15 minutes or whatever you want to call it. Could be the rest of your life, though. Why even shorten it in any way, right? It is a beginning, though, and it feels beautiful, and I can feel it in my body in every cell. So, I mean, what are you wanting to do? What are you going to be initiating, and what are you going to be writing down as your intention for this new moon to therefore last for the rest of your life if you want it to? This is powerful, powerful energy, and it's beautiful energy. And like I said, it's just the beginning. So I'm absolutely loving this reading, and I'm going to pick the rune. Like I said, I've shaken this up quite a bit. And I just pick one just to kind of, you know, capsulize everything that has just been said. And you have, oh, I got this not too long ago, but well, I'll tell you what it is on the back. I go by the picture and the number. No, I did this before. Where are you? Here it is. Pertho. Number 14. Now, 1 and 4 equals 5 in numerology. That's change. That's transformation. It's working through our challenges. Well, I think a lot of us have, and I think you're really recognizing that, which is opening up your energy to start forward and keep going forward and not going backward. And you have a great memory, and you do tend to, you know, have a lot of sensitivity around past, present, and future, but it's really very strongly about what's going on in front of you now and moving forward. And so I'm going to read to you what it says specifically, and I'll put it right on that beautiful sun card. And one of my favorite tools is the runes. I mean, they really just have some amazing connections to our dreams and our desires, and they have wisdom and knowledge that they can impart on us, which I love. So number 14 in English. Interesting. Okay, well, the period is between, yeah, I read this before, January 13th and January 27th. So it was the beginning of the year when it was in the Capricorn, which was so strong and prevalent last year, and continued during their season, which is when it is, the latter part of December and January. And then it goes into Aquarius. So very, very strong influences at the beginning of this year happen for you. And they're continually happening, and they will continue to evolve, and to, you know, the storyline will show itself. We had the new series of Gemini and Sagittarius, eclipses that happened in, I believe, was it the latter part of January and the beginning of, or latter part of December and January? It might have been the latter part of November and December, but we're going into another one because they last for like a year and a half. And the next one will be in May in Sagittarius, and then in June it'll be in Gemini. So way more things. Eclipses are, you know, the moon on steroids. It's information, quick endings, quick beginnings, just evolution of the story that's being said. And this is a gorgeous story. So I can only see this positive, you know, excited, fast moving, and just amazing new kind of opportunities coming through. The words that it speaks of, though, is response, diplomacy, ability, control of the situation, protection assured, precious intuition. Sound familiar, Scorpio? A stroke of genius. Winnings from gambling. Oh my gosh. And may I just say, as a bingo player, which I haven't really played because of, haven't been able to play it, but used to play with my dad and so on and so forth. I can't tell you how many times Scorpio people I knew and friends would win. Like, you have that gift as well. I'm not sure, you're just in tune. You just feel and understand, and it works. So, I mean, I'm not asking you to go out and gamble or anything, but it's looking pretty awesome. So whatever happened, like I said, it could happen for a full year, which I know people say, oh, that's a long time. You know how quickly it goes. It's just a matter of setting your sights and just having that direction and that motivation and the sun energy working with you. The brilliance of it all, the ego involvement, determination. I love that. That's so beautiful. I appreciate that for that reading. Now we're going to go on to the two final oracle messages for every single beautiful Scorpio out there and all of your relationships. And I know they're deep and they're meaningful, and you are an incredibly loyal friend and partner. And there's something to be said about that, I'll tell you. And of course you want that in return, and it's understandable. Everybody should want that. And everybody has their own idea, I know, of relationships, but you know what I mean. Whoops, this one fell. It's a shooter, so you were given peace. I've not pulled this one. It's still a relatively new oracle that I love, and I bring it out ever so often in the last, 6 months. And it is, call it Vera Meads, the wisdom of the oracle. And it's really just that. The information coming through is stuff we know, and sometimes we're very much in touch with, other times we forget. So it's just that beautiful inspiration again that comes through. So here we go. It's peace. There's the dove. There's the olive branch, working through. And this year is so prevalent about communication with the Aquarian energy. Unexpected, transformations with Uranus in the picture. Uranus is also in the sign of Taurus, so that's happening all year until 2023. Interestingly enough, excuse me, number 23 equals the 5. So you had another 5. I'm not even remembering where it was now. I brought it up somehow, I'm pretty sure. And anyway, it is, I did bring it up, but it's transformation. It was part of the rune information, the 14. So there's 2 5s. So this is a 5-year. There's going to be a lot of changes for a lot of people, and I know that it's going to be so positive and so beautiful with everything that has happened. It's like, bring it, and we're welcoming it, and we are accepting it, and you're initiating it. And there could be some communications that were lost last year, and that's what I'm trying to get to. The peace aspect is about reconnecting and definitely with the ones that you think are pertinent to do so, because you know how it is. You never know when the last time you'll say something or see a person. And you don't want to have a detachment that could have easily been, reconciled. But I'll read to you what it says specifically. That's what's coming off the page, and never having, or the card, never having actually seen or read it. And peace is peace. It's pretty simple and understandable, but yeah, just really making sure that, maybe we said something we didn't mean to, we just weren't able to say anything because it was the distance between so many of us. Number 23, open right up to it. Freedom from attachment, radical acceptance. Radical acceptance. The oracle's message, it doesn't get any better than this. A quiet mind, a heart fulfilled, freedom from want, and the soul's satisfaction. The way to peace is through radical acceptance. Everything in your world is exactly as it should be. Harmony is beautiful. Enjoy it. And I mean, I know how you operate. I know how you feel. I can feel you. And I know you can take that in and you can incorporate it in any way you choose. But I feel that's really something that means a great deal to you. And you're willing to put that effort out for that, So, and we all need it. It's so good for repair and for healing. And that's another thing about Pisces energy with the moon is it's a healing time, It's a time to heal everything. and see things in their brightest light. The last message, and if you have not subscribed and you're feeling like you would like to, I would greatly appreciate it. It's always very, very welcome, and yeah, it's a wonderful way to support my channel. And like, share, all of the above is beautiful. It lets me know what I'm doing, how I'm doing. You can always comment. I will always respond. And yeah, it's a genuinely heartfelt appreciation from my side. This is the Super Attractor Manifestation deck. Feeling and manifesting, I always do that. Manifesting the life you truly want because you feel it into your reality. That's the law of attraction. Wow. There's something really beautiful. And I know, like I said, that Libra moon, all about love and relationships and just focusing on that because it's such a central part of life and of the world and the power we can have. I heal the habit of fear and I embrace the habit of love. And I think there was so much fear in this past world. And that could be so, I was trying to work on that so much the whole time because I was taking it in just like we all do, right? Even when we don't want to. We know it's not us, but we feel it nonetheless. Letting go of that. Opening up to, you know, unlimited and infinite possibilities. Amazing, beautiful reading, Scorpio. I hope you are feeling it right now, or that you'll give it time to let that occur, and that somewhere in this reading there is a definite resonance for you. That's always my wish. So until next time, I appreciate you. Take great care of yourself. Have fun, and bye for now.